Hey, hi all, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we'll talk about NoSQL databases. So first we'll discuss what exactly is NoSQL databases, then what are different types of NoSQL databases, then we'll discuss brief history of NoSQL databases, and at last we'll discuss what are its advantages and disadvantages. Okay, so let's start the video. But before that, if you have not yet subscribed my channel, I would request that please go ahead and subscribe it, and if you like the video, please hit the like button. Okay, so let's jump into the session. Okay, so what is NoSQL databases? So NoSQL databases, these are basically designed to handle unstructured data or semi-structured data. Okay, these are mostly required for large scale application where like flexible data models are required or horizontal scalability is required. Okay, now let's try to understand what are these terminology. Okay, so unstructured data. Unstructured data is something which is not consistent in the format. Okay, it means that it does not have any predefined format. Okay, it can come in a different sort of like flavor. It may be in the form of images or maybe in the form of document. Okay, so it does not have structure kind of format. It cannot straightforward stored in rows column kind of structure. Like in the structured database, we can store information in rows and column format. In unstructured data, it's not that much easy in order to store those information in rows and column. Okay, so that is basically unstructured data. Now there is another term called horizontal scalability. Okay, if we talk about SQL databases, okay, so it offers vertical scalability. Okay, vertical scalability means that like you can keep adding IT resources or IT equipment in order to improve the performance of the server. Okay, on the other hand, horizontal scalability says that rather than adding more equipment into the same server, let's distribute the load, okay, and keep adding different servers. Okay, so adding different servers in a like network, it says horizontal scalability. Now, NoSQL stands for not only SQL. It doesn't mean NoSQL does not has SQL. It has SQL, okay, but it's having very limited features. You cannot write complex query in NoSQL databases. Okay, like in SQL databases, we can store information in the form of rows and columns within the table. But in NoSQL databases, we do have variety of data models. Okay, basically we can categorize information or data models into four categories under NoSQL databases: document oriented, key value pairs, column family, and graph data formats. Okay, so we'll discuss all these four formats in a later slide. Now let's talk about its characteristics. Okay, so first is schemaless. So NoSQL database don't require any sort of predefined schema. It's bit flexible in that way. Okay, dynamically, like it will keep capturing your data. So today, if you want to store 4 fields, it will allow you to store 4 fields. Tomorrow, if there is a need of adding additional fields, it will allow you to add additional fields. So in that way, it's bit flexible. Then we have eventual consistency. So NoSQL databases follows eventual consistency models. So its primary focus on availability and partition tolerance compared to consistency. Okay, so what it says that there may be some compromise in terms of consistency, but system should be 100% available. Okay, now what is partition tolerance? Partition tolerance says that if there is any sort of network partition or any sort of network failure, there should not be any compromise in terms of availability. Okay. Related to that, there is one theorem called CAP theorem. Okay, as per that, in a distributed database system environment, okay, objective of any database system to achieve 3 goals. one is consistency, then availability, and the last partition tolerance. So what CAP theorem says, in a distributed database system environment, achieving all three goals are quite impossible. So at max, one distributed database system can achieve two goals. Okay, so either consistency and partition tolerance, or availability and partition tolerance, or availability and consistency. Okay, so these are possible scenarios. So NoSQL databases follows availability and partition tolerance. Okay, data models. Okay, so NoSQL database basically supports four data models like document oriented, key value pair, column family, and graph format. Okay. Fourth one is horizontal scalability. Okay, so NoSQL databases are horizontally scalable. Okay, we can keep adding different servers and we can keep storing our data. Now here are some examples of NoSQL databases: MongoDB, Redis, Cassandra, Neo4j. All these are quite famous NoSQL databases. Now let's talk about NoSQL database types. Okay. So as I said, it can be categorized into four different categories. Okay, one is document stores. Okay, so it basically used to store different sort of document format. Okay, your images, your PDF, all those can be stored in such kind of databases. Okay, it supports JSON and BSON kind of format. Examples are MongoDB and CouchDB. Okay, these databases are known for their flexibility and scalability. Then we have key value stores. Okay, so this is basically in memory storage. Okay, wherein you can store some sort of data in memory for higher performance and scalability. Examples are Redis and Amazon Dynamo. Then we have column family stores. Okay, so these databases store data in column compared to rows. Okay, Apache Cassandra and HBase, they are basically example of column family stores. Okay, these are useful when like you are having high read and write operations. Okay, and you are having large piece of the database. Okay, in such cases, column family stores, these are quite useful. These databases are quite useful. Graph databases. Okay, so these are designed to handle complex relationships. Okay, like I mean, the use case of such databases are basically your social networking site like LinkedIn, Facebook. Okay, wherein like different users are following different users. Okay, you may get some sort of suggestion for common friends. Okay, so these are basically like use case or examples of graph databases. Neo4j and OrientDB, these fall under the category of graph databases. So these are basically four different category of NoSQL database. Okay, so now let's talk about history of NoSQL. Okay, so basically the term and concept of NoSQL, it was initially developed and invented by Carlo Strozzi in the year 1998 when he was developing open source database which did not use SQL. Later, like IT joints, they were looking for database or solution which offers non-relational model. Okay, at the same time, like data can be distributed to multiple servers. So these two things became the base of NoSQL databases. Now let's talk about evolution of modern NoSQL. So CouchDB, it came in 2005. Okay, it's document oriented databases. Then Google Big Table, it came in 2006. Okay, it's very like suitable for real-time application. Okay, it can easily integrated with Google Cloud Services. Okay, follow the column family architecture. Then we have Amazon Dynamo. It came in 2007. Okay, it's basically like developed in order to fulfill the need of Amazon e-commerce platform. Okay. Then we have Neo4j. It came in 2007. Follow the in-memory storage kind of model. Then Apache Cassandra. It came in 2008. Okay, it's basically follow the principle of Amazon Dynamo and Google's Big Table. Then the very famous one, MongoDB. It came in 2009. It's basically used to store document-oriented databases like your PDF images. Okay. Then we have Redis. It came in 2009. It's also in-memory storage databases. Okay, wherein you like your session information has to be maintained. Okay, your user summary has to be maintained. For those purpose, these kind of databases are quite useful, offer great performance. Then we have Elasticsearch 2010. Okay, it offers basically full text search capabilities. So these are quite well known NoSQL databases. Now let's talk about advantages and disadvantages of NoSQL. So firstly, let's discuss advantages. So offer horizontal scalability, and we have support unstructured data, support schema-less database. Now, like SQL databases, they are basically common. Okay, they are basically common for all different kind of data models. Okay, you can store your data, you can store your images using the same databases. But NoSQL databases, as I said, for different purpose, different data models are there. Okay, so if you are using that particular databases for one particular requirement, it will give you high performance. Okay. Then replication is quite faster in case of NoSQL databases because it ensures availability and durability of the system. So these are some advantages of NoSQL databases. Now let's talk about some disadvantages. So possibility of data redundancy. Okay. So data duplication is quite possible because it's a non-relational databases. Okay, like imposing different sort of integrity is not that much easy, so there is possibility of redundancy. Consistency trade-offs. Okay, so as it focus on availability and partition tolerance, okay, so there may be some consistency trade-offs. Limited query capabilities. Okay, like SQL, it's not that much risk. In order to write complex query, it's not suitable. Okay, only simple query you can write using NoSQL databases. Lack of data integrity. Okay, as I said, imposing different sort of integrity constants like primary key, foreign key, and null constant is not that much easy. So these are some disadvantages of NoSQL. Okay, so we'll sum up here. Okay, hope you liked the video. Okay, I'll come back to you with another interesting video. Till then, goodbye. Keep watching.